Tanto tunu ni vanga o le a woli o le was full 5 minuti le uta ni tu live fan to mo si fonga lo mo mal pol klama tu pulang telvo ile neas for real to fini ana ia le mo leva no fa tasi mai ia le fionga le pule o tanto polisi Bishop Yard College I puri nei ia le fionga ia Chris Theobald ia awar tanto fa tanto nonga nia so for real tawo o le sao le tanto pule le ia online tawo mala mala mo tanto tu me se ma tu o lo onga la tu alon fa na ile polisi le po le atu langolo ye fa ma ile tatu polisi le awa fo in ta pinanga tatu wa onga ia o war fiso swane tu fa ma nei o tatu a fa na wolo ye le onga le ma ne tu ya tu te fa talo fa tu tatu a ma lo lungo tatu li tu ni va ngote
Faftai Murray, Talofa Chris Theobald, how are you?
Very well, Talofa Lava.
Talofa, welcome to Samoa Capital Radio. It's a pleasure having you on our youth program today. We are aware that Bishop Yard College is one of the schools around Porurua that got some confirmed cases. Would you like to talk more and have a little talk about the college and how it's coping at the moment?
Yeah, sure. First of all, thank you for giving me the opportunity to come on Samoa Capital Radio. You know, a lot of our students in Ainga tune in, so it's great to be able to have the platform to talk to our students and Ainga. So 2 weeks ago now, we had our first confirmed case amongst our Bishop Yard community, and from there we set about going into contact tracing and really trying to make sure that everything, all the plans that we had made prior were the best plans for the moment, to make sure that our students and our community were safe, and we're minimising any transmission as much as possible. After that first incident, then there was another 7 or 8 cases last week, and that forced us to actually move to remote learning, mainly because we had a number of staff that were unable to come in due to their own family having to isolate, and also having isolation because of the cases at school. So that's been up for the last couple of weeks. A lot of contact tracing last week, and then this week we've all been trying to learn from home, and everything. All the information that we receive as a college is constantly changing from the ministry, and that's a good thing because they're giving us the most up-to-date information. But then means we have to relay that to all of our whānau and ainga and whāmibi. So that way we can keep everyone up to date and best informed about the best thing anyone can do at any one particular time. So yeah, it's been a bit of a snapshot.
All right, awesome. Thank you very much for that update. So, in terms of the well-being of our young people and the students at the college, what ways are our colleges stepping up their support in terms of students studying from home? Teachers also joining them online as well, or are there specific tasks that they're delegated to do on their own during this time at home?
Yeah, we know that it's really a stressful time for our families, so we didn't want to overload people this week. This week just gone with a whole lot of Google meetings and different things like that. But for next week, we start to ramp up a little bit, and we have different year groups coming in on different days, just for one day, and that way we can isolate year groups from one another, and we can have it really controlled so there's not too much transmission between people. But there'll also be a whole lot of Google meetings, and online Zoom meetings, and those sort of things happening next week. So that way we can look after our students academically. We know that our students' health and well-being is the first priority.
Yes.
So they can't learn without knowing themselves and their family are safe and well, physically and spiritually and emotionally. And so the first message to all of our families is just to take care of yourselves, and that is that's really different for every person. It might be going outside and going for a walk, or spending some time playing some cards with your family, or maybe just tuning out and listening to some music, whatever that might be. Just making sure that people taking time to reflect and pray, and
Yes.
And to look after themselves.
Thank you, Chris, for that. So at the moment, all the kids are doing remote learning from home. What about the kids that both parents have to be at work, like for the year 7, 8, 9? Are there any students that can still attend school this week?
Yeah, so for the past week and for the next week coming as well, we've got our junior students, so that's everyone under 14 years of age really, that are still able to come into school. And so the students are being supervised at school. There's only been a handful of students this past week, but we've been told there'll be more students coming in next week, just again because we know that it's a stressful time for parents, so being off from work and different things adds to that, and we want to do what we can to make sure we are there to tatalo our families.
No, awesome. We're just looking on your college Facebook page. We're seeing that on Monday the 28th, we've got our year 7s and 8s and your 11s coming into school. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. And then on Tuesday, we've got our year 12s. And year 13s coming on Wednesday, and then our year 9 and 10s on Thursday. And we're asking all of our students just to turn up in their uniform. Our students are very proud of their uniform.
Yes.
And they know that that lays the foundation for doing everything else right that they need to do in the day if they can get themselves dressed right in the morning. So coming to school in the uniform and then being there on time, and then we'll go through and they'll be able to meet with all of their teachers and just check in where they've been and what work they might need to do for the rest of that week. And make sure everyone has been getting online if they've got a device at home, or they've been coming in and picking up the paper-based learning materials as well if they haven't got a device at home.
All right, awesome. I just translate that into Samoan for our listeners, please, Chris. Le whawhomea le tātou tino ni vaenga o le woli o lo whaatasi mai ia le fionga li pule le tātou kolisi Bishop Viat College Chris Theobald lunga le tātou telefoni temini o le whaamalama mai fuafuanga le tātou kolisi mo le vai asa fau o tātou whanau ia fitu ma le valu ma pēr fo i le ia se fulu matasi wasenga sumatasi o le asonga fua o le asau nei le asonga fua luas ma le valu February o le mawhaiono tuanga i lo o tau le aonga a o isi whanau isi wasenga e le mawhaiono tuanga i le aonga le asonga fua lea te whaafonga mai asonga fua luas ma le valu February na o le ia 7, 8 ia ma le ia se fulu matasi ia e whaatanga le tuanga ia tu le aonga le vai asa fau o le aso lua la tau ia na o le ia 12 ia polo vasenga se fulu ma le lua ana e mawhaiona anga i le tātou kolisi.
Moni le Mari, o le vasenga sefulu tolu le me whaiona o atu i le aonga i le aso lulu. Wednesday, 2nd of March, aso lulu o mati. Ma le aso tofi o le aso tolu leo mati. Ia o le aso leo atu i le vasenga iwa ma le vasenga sefulu. Le isi vaenga Mari e te tauona o fuatu lo o fua aonga.
Yes, uniform.
Ia full uniform. Ia e te alu atu ai i le aonga i aso. Ia alu lawana o aso ia mai o atu i lau vasenga.
Mana ia, mwhaiona asiasi lunga lo upe ate whailangi le tātou kolisi on Facebook. Mwhaiona maweni so mtalanga. Ai la tau ia whanau ia fitu i le ia se fulu. Ia leila loi whamale se fulu whātau sanga tua whine ana. A whailai le ise matua o i le whale whapelai whaingaluenga mom, whaingaluenga dad. Ia ai le ise si matua i lalo i lunga i fole sumala waptau sanga mwhaiona tau si au tau. Ia e te tauala nanga i le aonga lo. Ia whaia aonga la mwhaiona whesosoan i e tau si la tau ma wawai la tau. I le lava yasto pia whai ilo isi si le whale mwhaiona tau si la tau.
Moni lei mal vasenga sultasi anga i sultolu Mari o le e ta ua lava le nofo le fali. Ia ai watu lava na awaso i ta ua ilunga. Thank you so much, Chris. So with Samoa Capital Radio, Chris, we push the messages for vaccination every single day. And we just want to ask you, what is the percentage of the kids or the tamariki at your school that have already been vaccinated?
Yeah, we've got a growing picture of where that is. We're still chasing up some of our whānau to get those vaccination details, but we don't want to point that figure out to our to some of our students, who so sometimes not their choice whether they've been vaccinated or not. But again, like you, we're definitely push for everyone to be vaccinated, and we know that we've been able to move into this next phase, which is a little bit scary for everyone across the country, but we've been able to do that because we've got such great vaccination rates right across the country. And so it comes down to Nofo sauni ma tatalo,
Yes.
So prepare and pray, and but that prepare is a key part. Really got some exciting news this afternoon that we'll be able to provide a little care package for all of our whānau.
Wow.
And next week that will consist of some Panadol and sanitizer and different things, just to when the virus does start to come through some families' houses, that they'll be prepared. Because that's a key message for us is to make sure that you're doing what you can when you can to get prepared. So hopefully we'll get those packed out to at the end of next week, and that will mean that we can make sure everyone is in the best place that they can to take care of themselves if or when they get the COVID.
Thanks, Chris. Bravo mel tanto tunu ia o le uta penal tanto kolisi ia mo care packages ia le lato mo fail tatu wa o ngai tu fatasi ni packages ia o le yel Panadol ia o lo yel sanitizer ia matelo isi fesoswani mfaione fa nga mo tanto wa inga ia pe o te mile wa fa pe wa fiesi a inga il fa mai covid ta o tele la fa tai fo ila Principal Chris mentioned Nofo sauni with tatalo. Your Samoan's quite good, Principal Chris.
I try.
Look, Chris, thank you very much for your time. We know that we hope to try and get you back on our program sometime this year and coming up the next couple of months. We're trying to get all our local colleges to come on board. Samoa Capital Radio is located here in Poridu and Mount and so it's an opportunity for you guys to be able to speak directly to our parents, to our community, and get your messages across whatever's happening. But, as a principal, coming into 2022, we always knew that COVID is around and it's going to be around for some time now. But what are you looking into 2022 as the principal of Bishop Ia College? We've seen a lot of changes happening at the college recently, and good changes for the students as well. Are you able to talk to us about your vision and what you see the future of the college moving forward into this year as well?
Yeah, thank you. We've got an amazing community at Bishop Viard, and we've also got an amazing staff that is really bonding towards a shared vision of creating the best environments for our learners. And that means that we welcome all of our learner in each day. We don't just say bring in your maths brain and your science brain. We want to bring in all of who you are. So that includes your cultural self and your faith-based self. And we've got a number of our students, obviously Catholic, but we've also got a number of students who come from other faiths as well. And we want students to come in and share who they are and value. And we value all of our students as individuals, as people with a purpose and a vision themselves, and we see that potential that lies within each student, and from there we want to get our students to see it themselves, and we want to fill them with self-belief, and we want to see them grow into the amazing young people that we can see, but sometimes when you're 13 or 14 or 15 you don't quite see it yourself. So for us, the vision is to be the absolute best that we can be, because that's what our students deserve. They don't deserve anything less. So there's been a number of changes over the last couple of years, and they've all been as a result of listening to our community. Our community knows what the best looks like. It's our job just to follow our community's lead and do what we're told, really. And ultimately that is our way to lead in the community is through tautua service.
Thank you very much, Chris. Thank you for your time. We won't keep you because we know how busy you are. Any last words or any key messages for our community and our youth, especially the kids from Viard and all the kids who are isolating at home at this very difficult time?
Again, just thank you very much for the opportunity. And the last message, I think, comes back to what I said earlier in terms of tatalo. This is prepare, and that might be preparing while you're feeling healthy, that you're on top of your studies, or it might be you do your fiaos when you're feeling well, which you might know, but I feel like doing them tomorrow or the next day.
Yes.
Whatever it might be. So prepare and do whatever you can. But also we want to make sure our students and families are easy on themselves. We'll as a college, be there to support you and to do whatever we can to help you. So make sure you sing out and ask for help if needed, but in the meantime, just really take care of yourself. Take some time out to reflect and pray. Take some time out to get a little bit active, and make sure you turn off the game at night and go to sleep for our kids as well.
All right.
Yeah, that's the key messages from us. But whakatake lava for the opportunity to come on and talk on Samoa Radio.
Oh, te lava, Chris, and that concludes our interview for this afternoon. Hope to talk with you again sometime in the near future. But thank you very much for what you're doing for our community and for our students at Bishop Viat College. And we'll talk again soon. Soifuia.
Maro soifua. Manuere asha.
Te lava. Yeah, all of you are li puller to Colisi Chris Theobald of Bishop Viat College. Nia fiafi to Finiana. Ta ua tele le sao to pule aonga. Ia inisi foi o fi au tauna mole atu tatu ainga. Ia 5 foi la ili mau tatu ainga. Ia se emaili ia post fiso ta inga mal tatu Colisi. Ia tono le mau atu lunga tatu le tio lunga tatu por kalame mu tupulanga tela vo necessarily. Ia nisi na fi au ta ua ia na fa fo tatu wat no e misi fa na ule o ngai Colisi.
Nofo sauni.
No sauni me tatalo. Ia te pele te alonga pa te moele le.
Moni lei, mawhai mea onga, ia alwa I whafo mānawa sina ia fau, pia whapeu umi no fotonu whale, hai mana ia tere whasa mua tato a whionga reri kulele a. Ia no whasaoni o tatalo, ia to angai tatalo e vai. Ia o whatasi ale prepare ma le pray, whatasi ale a. Moni ala vai foi mari, tato e foi mai un tata tanoa liam whai ta whasin matari.